Okay, thanks for joining us tonight. Here we are on Fortnite, and boy, it's very fabulous weekend. So just the other day, we got the Fantastic Four released in the shop for everybody to buy, and we also got a late trailer today as to what's going on, and we also had another event that happened today that was for the OG. So let's check this out. So obviously, you have your new Fantastic Four that just dropped, the other day, and I was gonna wait to cover it because I knew that Saturday they were gonna drop a whole bunch of stuff anyway. So why even bother, right? So obviously, everybody doing the Corvette event. Hopefully, your event is going well. I'll show you where mine is going. So this is where I'm at. Obviously, you can see that I'm at 5 going on to 6 tonight on this famous Saturday night. And earn XP by epic experiences in a party with friends, which is really, party up with someone that's a friend and go get this stuff done. Moving right along on that now, as far as it goes, the Super Showdown Story event, as they show the video here, you can see that there is a Kraken, it looks like, some form of Kraken in the event there, and it's basically next weekend on August 2nd, and so the event is coming, everybody. So you guys got to finish up your battle passes because there's going to be some changes going. It's going to be interesting to find out just what exactly happens on this event. Now, I'm going to be busy restoring some stuff at a house and doing some other stuff, so I'm not going to go super deep into covering some of these events until, fall and winter time. Once everything's all completed, then I'll be back to covering deeper into all the cool stuff that's kicking. But obviously, we're going to check out the shop tonight. And yeah, so I think it's pretty cool. I mean, this event right here, you can see that there's a Kraken thing that comes up, it looks like, and it's like there to attack. Camping Rusher has covered some stuff on this in Tabor Hill. Just covered something, it was a late drop by Fortnite on this situation, so they kind of waited till tonight to kind of drop a little teaser trailer, so that's what that was. And then we've got the shop tonight. So let's take a look at this Fantastic Four and what we have to say and think about this. So the price range right there of 3,600, that's feasible because you get a lot of stuff for it. However, if you could change outfits, then it would make it more worth it to me. Because I don't want to burst anybody's bubble, but these outfits are kind of like old school kind of looking outfits. I guess maybe that was their idea, but I'm kind of more like the fan of the newer outfits for the Fantastic Four that you'll see in like comic books, kind of like a more cooler looking set of outfits. These are kind of like a flat blue, and when you look at the whole set, I guess I'm a fan of the old school kind of, Fantastic Four. So obviously he's got his flame on, and everybody's always flaming on. The flame doesn't cover up his head or his chest all the way, so that's not really that cool. It doesn't turn him into the Human Torch that we used to see in the comic books where he's completely on fire, His Lego character looks really basic. He's got this cool flame arm thing, so I would like to have that just as itself, because that's kind of cool looking, you got the little flame arm, you could hit people with the flame, Now, I always call her Miss Invisible or something, but she's not really, doesn't really go invisible in this situation. So it's kind of like a letdown to me. I'm not a fan of their outfits on this. I know they're trying to match up with the movie and everything, but it is what it is. Um, so this is her item, and it's kind of cool looking and stuff, but then again, it's kind of weird with the 4 on there with these things. Why not just have the bubbles or something? And so this is her ability, and it's just kind of like, okay, it's not really that great, but okay, it's something. It's kind of there. Now, as far as having Reed Richards doing his Mr. Stretch thing, they didn't really incorporate that in here. So he's supposed to be able to stretch like Stretch Armstrong, and he's supposed to be like Rubber Band Man, and I just don't really see him as Mr. Fantastic in any way. But whatever, right? As far as actors go, I'm kind of like a fan of the old school. So this is obviously this may be Mr. Fantastic's hand. It's kind of more like a clobbering time hand, if you ask me, though, but whatever, right? So what, he made his hand bigger so he can beat people? And so this is his little thing where he's kind of like just pushing buttons and writing stuff on this chalkboard thing and just kind of looking at stuff. So that's not really showing. It'd be cool if it turned your character into a rubber band, kind of like doing slinky stuff with the arms and legs or something, because that's really what would be realistic there. I guess they couldn't really create that for every character, so doing a stretch thing probably didn't work out. But they're calling the thing Ben Grimm here. So I kind of like the more rockier version of him. Like, so this is kind of like a basic, like, back in the day kind of look of the thing. So it's feasible, it's doable, but I'm kind of more like the hardcore, kind of like more rockier, more protrusions, more bigger, stronger, and I always thought he was really cool. And then this is his weapon, so it's kind of like, okay, and it's in the shape of a 4, obviously. So then here's Clobberin' Time's kind of his Clobberin' Time thing, and I'm not too sure why it was like that, but it is. Now this right here is actually pretty cool. You get your glider, and it's like a jet thing, and that's really cool looking. As far as like a spaceship kind of thing coming in, with the jets. So the back bling here, it's alright, but I don't see anybody really wearing that. And then here's another back bling for like powerlifting, I guess. And then like a shield kind of type thing, which is Susan Storm, I guess. And then do they have one? Johnny Storm, they got one for them too. And so that's basically it for the, Fantastic Four. And it's kind of neat that they have these guys, but to be honest, I would probably only pay $2,500 for the full set due to the costs of everything rising these days. And if you're spending money in a video game, man, the prices on video game stuff need to kind of drop if they really want to make that sales these days. And I know that's like taken out of their idea because everything's going up, so they need to get paid more. But actually, the video game world needs to be affordable for kids and for the gamers. Like, because, we're not loaded rich, and even if you are loaded rich, do you want to buy everything, I mean, the cost of everything. I want to buy a lot of stuff on here, but let's just be honest. Who's gonna do it? There's a lot of people that just buy, and that's all they spend on. So obviously you can see here, you can buy everything individually. I would like his flame on arm thing. That's about it. I mean, I'm not gonna buy this. Maybe down the road if I was doing some sort of collab, like we were all gonna run around as a Fantastic Four, so there was like 4 friends. Usually I play with like 2 to 3 friends, and to get 4 friends going, that's every great once in a while, and they're not gonna buy the sets But if we were all running around as Fantastic Four, now what they need to do, and here's a little pointer, if Fortnite's listening, here we go. I do this every time, but if they came out with the Fantastic Four vehicle to be used in Battle Royale, so they come out with cars and stuff. Why not a Fantastic Four vehicle? They had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle van. Why can't we get a Fantastic Four vehicle? So that's what I'm saying, you know. So if you really wanted to party up with some friends, you all bought this set. You could all four run around as the Fantastic Four and then have your own Fantastic Four vehicle, which would be the bomb. And at that point, I would buy it. Now, the Ninja Turtle thing, I've already ensued that. And we've actually ran around as 4 Ninja Turtles in the Ninja Turtle van. So we've done that. And I wanted to make a video of it, but just never did. But we had a good time. Trust me. We were the Turtles. And we played about 4 matches, and it was funny as hell. So as we go down, here is the new character of the night, Eva. And she has some different styles. But if you like chicks that wear strange things, there you go, right? But it's like a Nike outfit there, I guess. And the outfit's really cool, and she's got these rings around her hair. That's really cool. But unfortunately, I don't know what's the deal with the collab here. What's the difference? Okay, that's basic, and this one catches on fire. It says thermal, and that says reactive off. So, and then you can have like a hood. So I guess she's like a chick that catches on fire. Maybe that's the theme on these days. But the mask is kind of cool. If I had a mask like that, to run around outside, I'd go scare people. But it's almost like a Spider-Man mask, if you notice. And they just kind of put some stuff on it. Kind of took the Spider-Man mask and put some stuff on it. Called it a day. I'm just kind of saying. Not going to say much, but there you go. Then you got this guy here, and he's got some similar abilities. Obviously, you've got the reactive on here, and you can put his hood on, and then sunglasses on or off. And so, it's a pretty cool outfit. It looks like he's kind of like chill, like Iceman, but he's got the lights that light up on his jumpsuit, which look pretty cool. And so obviously they're trying to let you know, hey, we've got this. They have a back bling that's kind of weird, as far as back blings go. It's kind of like a pod from Aliens or something, but it lights up, and that's kind of neat. This back bling here probably shouldn't exist. It's cool that the camera kind of moves, and it's got this little thing hanging, but it just depends on if you're going to style that. I don't understand what the point of having cameras with Nike symbols on the cameras. What's the point in that? Who thought of that? What's going on there? Nike symbol on the camera? Okay. So anyways, obviously they got this pickaxe. It's got a little Nike symbol on it. Nike Tech. Not that big of a deal. They've got a drone thing that's kind of cool. Shoots Nike symbols around. Take a picture of my feet. Usually that's the story with chicks, not guys. So I don't know what's going on there. You know what I mean? Hey, take a picture of my feet. No, only if you're a chick, maybe, huh? That is kind of neat, though, how it puts a little Nike emblems. I'm going to have to, change characters and just see what that's like, Do some weird stuff. But anyways, we've got, the Adidas and Nikes out with their shoes. We got Thunderbolts here still. As you come down, they brought back some of these collabs from before. So this is like the section where they drop previous content that you can buy. And this rubber ducky guy, I don't remember him, but it's kind of weird. If you like a guy that looks like that, then he shoots a beam of rubber ducky if you like that, But now these fish sticks right here, this would be great to pair with Raphael if you're playing in as a Ninja Turtle. So that is worth buying if you're going to do Raphael with a group of friends that are Ninja Turtles. And then Leonardo with a cool sword and stuff. You see what I'm saying? You could really pair stuff up, make it really cool. So this right here, I would be so tempted to buy, but 800, Jesus Christ, guys. Drop that down to 500, man. Okay? Do we get like discount days? Are we going to get like a Fortnite discount for Black Friday and you're going to throw a ton of stuff in there for Black Friday so I can buy some stuff? Because good God, you got to be rich these days. So you got a cool back bling with this chick here. I was looking at her the other night. The Nico cat suit. It's really cool. It'd be cool if it could change colors. I don't think it's just a base color, but if you could change colors, that would make it even cooler. Especially with this back bling. I like the gloves. My old lady would love to have the gloves, but we're on a spending down spin. We're not trying to spend. Battle Bus is still here. Why is there Christmas shit in here? In the month of July, it says Jolly July. Like, this should be dropping around Christmas, not right now. Like, okay, you could pop it in there for a second and then say, hey, we're going to drop some Christmas stuff or something, but come on, man. Christmas is months away. There should be tons of summer stuff, new summer gear in here. You know, you should have your guys and their little Speedos and your chick characters with new collabs with their new flip-flops on, all that kind of stuff. We ain't got nothing like that. I don't know what the hell happened this summer event, but they weren't thinking about summer. Needs to be all kinds of cool summer stuff, you know. So I don't know why. I guess they're dropping that for the fun of it. And obviously down here you have the Flatfoot chick, and you know, it is what it is. This chick, I think she was been in here for a few days or a day or two, I don't know, but she's kind of cool. Not too bad. And then you've got this Ripper car that looks really cool. I like the jet engine on the back. Then the Skyline's back. Like I said, one of these days, you know, I've got this Skyline, but the other one I wanted to buy, but I just wanted this one to remind me of Brian. He was one of my favorite Fast and the Furious characters, Paul Walker, and hats off to him. They should have a little collab on here that says Paul Walker, you know, like a tribute to him, because that was his Skyline, you know what I mean? One of the spray paint sets for the car should say, you know, Paul Walker on it, you know. Yeah, he's a normal guy just doing stupid shit, and lo and behold, shouldn't have let that happen, but it happened, and I really miss him as an actor. They say they're going to bring him back in CGI on the next Fast and the Furious movie. And I'm sorry, man, but I don't want to cry at the movie theater. I really don't. You know, I cried on that movie that they made, and I shouldn't have. But I did. So it was really sad to see him die, and then they tried to do a tribute to him in that one movie, and I couldn't. I had to turn the movie off at that point, at the end. I started to get emotional. It was bad, you know. I really liked him as an actor. He was really, when it came to Fast and the Furious, he was living the dream on that. So, anyways, we've got, you know, a vehicle here, some cool rims. I really like this here. That's kind of cool. You know, I'll shoot some green stuff out. This boost right here looks kind of cool. It's kind of plasmatic in a way. You know, it's really cool. And then we've got this. What is that? That is so crazy looking. What the heck is that? That is so crazy. So, of course, you have this guy, Bruno Mars. And I'm not too sure what the big collab is with him this year, but why? Guess I gotta find somebody, huh? And then Shady Mobile. I'm not too sure why we have a Shady Mobile, but there is. And then obviously these starter packs. And that's about it for the shop. And so we're looking forward to next weekend. I am going to do some recordings at least once a week on games. And time's ticking. That's been like 20 minutes. So I will see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching. And if you guys have any comments, drop them down below and subscribe, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Oh yeah.
Click on Zombie Apocalypse.